Well, there's a lot to unpack about last night's Heat loss. Now, for me, the number one thing, Giggles, is Jimmy Butler gutted it out for 3 quarters. That dude had no business being on the basketball court. He wanted to win, and they needed him out there, and he gutted it out, and probably did so at the expense of his own health. We'll find out. I don't know if we'll find out later today. So how does this work, Crowder? He has a 3:30 MRI. That's the word. Now, all the NBA experts, I'm just watching it on ESPN right now. They're talking about Jimmy Butler to miss weeks. But then Jimmy Butler's agent said today, everyone's speculating the MRI is not till 3:30. So how does that work? Will they know immediately? Like once they do the MRI, they'll know immediately if there's damage?
Yeah. So if it's 3:30, it'll be over 4 at the latest, and they can read it immediately. So as it's going, they will know the MRI. They'll know what's going on. They'll see the swelling. They'll see all that. So by 4 o'clock, the Heat will know what's wrong with Jimmy's knee.
Did you see him trying to walk out of the Philly arena last night? Did you see the video?
I saw the video.
Very slow.
And he was explosive on that knee, and then he grabbed it when he ran back down the court. He gutted it out, but I'm interested to see if it's structural damage.
I think it was Ira that tweeted last night, like, watch the final play. Like, Jimmy's in a corner, not part of it. It's all you need to know about how much pain and how he was gutting it out last night. Like, I mean, he couldn't do anything.
Oh, no, and that's what I'm saying. He even after one the clip you see on SportsCenter when I think he drove and made a layup, but then he ran back down and started rubbing his knee. And everybody's like, "Oh, he's fine. Stop being a baby and all that." Listen, those knee injuries, you can gut them out with the adrenaline going and all that. His knee swell up when it swole up last night. Crazy, because of the fact that
my guess was it was like a cantaloupe this morning when he woke up.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened. So that whole, I'm the tough guy. Hey, stop grabbing your knee. But no, he was gutting it out, and it shows you a lot when your best player on the final play is standing in the corner. And Spo
he had nothing. He couldn't give you anything.
Spo's like, don't give this man the ball. Let's figure out what's going on with the other guys. I would have, I like Tyler to play a little better, but I would say there's no chance that Jimmy plays in the next game.
But with all that being said, the thing I will remember for the rest of time about last night is Nicholas Batum. It's the thing I will remember for the rest of time. I have not seen a performance like that where someone takes over a basketball game at all ends since Teen Wolf. You remember Michael J. Fox surprised everyone by becoming Teen Wolf on the court. 1985. I haven't seen this since 1985. And Teen Wolf on the offensive end and the defensive end was just unstoppable. And Nicholas Batum last night reminded me of Teen Wolf 1985 for the Beavers.
Michael J. Batum.
Yeah. It was insane.
It was,
it was almost comical. When he had the block of Tyler's three, I laughed. Did anyone else giggle when he got a piece of Tyler's three?
Tyler needed, I said it.
How
Tyler
old is Nicholas
had
Batum?
To be the guy. 49.
He's 49 years old.
Tyler needed to be the guy early in the game, and Tyler really needed to be the guy when Jimmy got hurt. And Tyler came up short.
At the end, Tyler was doing everything. I think they would have lost by 12 if Tyler wasn't doing what he was doing. But he didn't have a game that he needed to have.
He still,
who came up short? Caleb Martin, the guy who I said in the beginning round of the playoffs was going to ball out. Go ahead, Solana. You want to weigh in on Nicholas Batum and Jimmy Butler? I see you chomping at the bit. You've probably talked about this for a couple hours right after the game last night. Give us your abridged version.
Well, first of all, Nicholas Batum. Damn. Yeah. Because, hey, Maxey goes off last night. Fine. Joel Embiid goes off last night. Fine. Even Kyle Lowry, fine. Revenge game. Nicholas Batum. I looked up the numbers last night during the postgame show. Nicholas Batum was averaging 5.5 points per game this season, and post All-Star break, under 5 points per game this season. He scored in double figures this year 7 times all season long. And when Caleb Martin missed those 2 free throws and the entire arena exploded because they got free chicken nuggets, Nicholas Batum, it seemed, took that and ran with it, and the entire course of the game changed
got
right
energized.
there.
Because they didn't have anything working for them.
Nope.
Sixers had nothing working for them until Batum started knocking down threes like they were giving out chicken tenders at the Philly Spectrum, or whatever they call that stadium now.
The Sixers fans, Wells Fargo Arena, were booing the Sixers like 4 separate times during the first half, and then a couple minutes into the third quarter, you heard the Boo Birds booing their own team down 12. Like, what are you doing, booing your team down 12 in the NBA?
Bro,
That's
they
nothing.
were so bad, they deserved to be booed. Like, they were so
ugly.
bad,
Yes.
I totally understand them getting booed.
You can't force 9 steals in a game and not take advantage of each and every one of them. The Heat at halftime had 17 points off turnovers. They should have had 29 points off turnovers. And it goes back to a big issue all season long. You had a 14-point lead. That lead should have been 18, 19, 20 points. But Miami didn't take advantage of those opportunities. They end up losing the lead, and then late game execution. They were bad all season long in the clutch. Unlike last year, this year, the Heat were bottom of the league, bottom 5 in fourth quarter efficiency. And he lost the game. And yeah, Jimmy's injury didn't help you because, Hoch, it wasn't just one play that Ira pointed out. Go watch that fourth quarter when he's in there. I mean, he's gutting it out, bro, but he's standing in the corner.
I think that's the Crowder's point. So in the second quarter, he's on adrenaline, and he's like, I tweaked it, but I can tough this out. And then probably, my guess is halftime, no one talked to me. Don't talk about it. Maybe he's on the exercise bike. Certainly the, medical team is rubbing it down, icing it, whatever. Gets out there in the third quarter, and he's realizing, that thought that I had after the injury that I can gut this out. And then by the fourth quarter, he's just taking up space out there because he can't do anything.
Yeah, the damn lactic acid done clicked in. Like, you could see it. He was not. And the style that Jimmy plays is physical. You don't want to be physical when you have a bad limb. I felt bad for him. Honestly, I was supposed to be the guy to come on today to be like, hey, man, stop grabbing your damn knee and play ball. I was watching Jimmy with some sympathy. Like,
he tried, man.
Like,
I felt terrible for
but
him. And by the way, if you put it in context, Solana, you're not going into Philly and beating Sixers at full strength when you don't have Jimmy Butler. Sorry, not in a one-game series. No, ain't happening.
I disagree. The Heat had that game, Hoch. They had a 3-point lead with 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And you know why they lost? It wasn't because the Sixers executed better than Miami on the offensive end. It's because the Heat turned the ball over. Jaime had a brutal stretch. And look, Jaime was excellent last night. Like, he didn't look like a rookie, but he fouled Joel Embiid on the rip-through. And you can't do that at that situation when Embiid hasn't been hitting jumpers all night. You can't have your hand over the guy's arms. And then on the very next possession, he turns the ball over. Sixers come down, Embiid hits a 3, your 3-point lead. All of a sudden, you're down 1 with 2 minutes left in the game. And then to not be able to get that inbounds pass in with the game tied and Tyler steps back court. I know people want to say Batum pushed Tyler. He did. But you can't expect that call in that situation. Tyler Hero and Jaime Jaquez Jr. can't turn the ball over there. You can't have, with 30 seconds left in the game, tie game, the ball in your hands, and you turn it over on a backcourt violation. That can't
Which
happen.
was a foul on Batum, by the way.
It was, but so what? Like, that, you're not.
There was a
that
phantom call on Batum later on in the fourth quarter where there was, what was it, an off before the play whistle, and Batum had, like, it all evens out. So I know a lot of people were insane with anger over that backcourt violation because Batum helped Tyler over the court. But whatever, I don't attribute it to that.
Hoch, you can't turn. I don't like the idea of season potentially on the line, 30 seconds left in the game or 42 seconds left in the game, and you're inbounding the ball to Jaime Jaquez Jr. right at the half court line, who now has to find a way to get it to Tyler Hero. Hey, Tyler, come get the ball. Tyler, you go get the ball on the inbounds. I don't like that situation there for the Heat, and it came back to bite them because very next possession down, guess what? They go up 3 with an and 1, which also was kind of a phantom call by Kelly Oubre. I don't know where the foul was on Jimmy Butler. And then to come out of a timeout, I mean, there's still plenty of time to go 2 for 1. Get the easy bucket, get the stop, and you draw up a pick and roll for Tyler, but the shot wasn't there. Like, if the best option on that play ends up being a wide open 3, no problem with it. But to force a 3-pointer over Nicholas Batum, sure, he's 35 years old, but dude's got long arms and he's been torching you all game.
He's having the Teen Wolf game.
Find a good shot in that situation. The Heat,
use
they
Bam.
Execute, man.
Use Bam offensively. Was he that tired from guarding? They did not use Bam offensively at all. They didn't run things.
Yeah.
I've watched Bam take the ball at the top of the key all season long. I've watched Bam facilitate the offense. They never went back to Bam. They never used Bam offensively. That's what had me hot. I'm like, okay, Jimmy's hurt. Now Bam, it's going to run through Bam. It did not run through Bam. That's what had me hot.
But Crowder, what the Sixers do, as well as anybody in the NBA, they adjusted very well in the second half. I mean, they're just playing drop coverage. Oh, Bam, you're going to go set a screen? Okay, Embiid's not even coming over the top of it. They're going over the screen with whoever's covering Tyler or whoever the ball handler is, and they're letting Bam Adebayo catch anywhere around the perimeter. They're
Shoot
not
the
letting
ball.
him. They're not letting him. He did. He missed 2 threes early on in the game, and they're not letting Jimmy or Bam get into the paint, which is why, by the way, Tyler Hero took 27 shots, because those shots that he took were efficient, quality mid-range or 3-point looks. He just bricked most of them. It was an off night for Tyler, and that to me is very frustrating because after the way he missed last season with that freak injury, like last night could have been his redemption moment. Hey, look,
His
you
Gabe
guys
Vincent game. His Max Strus game.
And he went 9 of 27.
9. He's better than
So
Klay Thompson.
we got to get ready now for
9
Friday
of
night.
27.
And I'm assuming Jimmy won't be playing on Friday night. And I don't think the Bulls are a spectacular team. It would not surprise me if even without Jimmy, the Heat beat the Bulls on Friday night. That would not surprise me at all. My guess is, though, facing the Celtics without Jimmy Butler is probably a tough task. That one.
That's a tough task, is what you're talking
that
about.
one seems like it would be difficult. But the game tomorrow is 7 p.m. at the Kaseya Center.